All right, check me out right there. Turn off the car real quick. So I missed it, right? So a couple days ago, I had to drive up to the airport to go get a rental car because I was going out of town for work for a couple days, and I missed it. I missed when it went from 999,000 to 300,000 miles. Missed it. But this car is officially 300,000 miles old, right? So purchased in let's see, it's a 2007 Ford Focus, but we bought it in, I want to say, February of 2008. Me and my ex-wife, right? In fact, this car was supposed to be for her. It wasn't supposed to be for me. No guy says, "Hey, I want a 2007 Ford Focus." No one says that, but we bought it for her, and then through the process of divorce, now it's mine, and it's been mine since then. So I have to say that I thank God for this car. This has been a real blessing in my life in more ways than one, right? I've not really had any major work done on it. I've had the brakes changed. Let's see. I just changed my brakes I'd say about 3 weeks ago, I think it is. So I want to say in the time that I've had this car, which is 2008, now it's 2025. This is March 8th of 2025. I've changed my brakes, I want to say, about 4 times. The first time I changed my brakes was, I want to say, 7 years after we bought the car. And when I changed my brakes then, I didn't need to change my brakes. But I was getting paranoid because it's like, I've gone years without having to change the brakes. What's going on? So I just changed them then, and then I've changed my brakes more so out of paranoia rather than a requirement. This last time I changed the brakes, that is the first time that I've had to change my brakes, and I needed to, right? Because they started scrubbing and whatnot. But I've had that. I've had the alternator to go out once. I replaced that. I picked up a code one time, and I forget what the thing is called. I'll have to put it in the description box here, whatever, of what that was. But that was a simple fix. I got my part from Rock Auto, replaced it. It was done deal. I replaced the engine mounts. Again, I got the parts from Rock Auto. That's my store. Cheap prices, but from what I can tell, quality stuff. So yeah, I've not had any major issues with the car. Had to do something with the air conditioning last year because it went out, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to wait it out, and I couldn't do it last year. No, I couldn't do it. So I got that changed. But yeah, nothing major, right? How sometimes people say, hey, the engine blew or the transmission went out, whatever it is, I've not had anything major to happen. Now, I will admit that for about 5 years, yes, when I was working as a truck driver, I would drive my car from the house over to the terminal, and then I would be gone anywhere between 2 weeks to maybe about a month and a half before I would come back home. So for those 5 years, I wasn't driving every day, right? But now that I have this job now where I work safety, I'm driving my car most days if I go into work or if I have to go over to a customer site. I will drive. But yeah, again, I'm thankful for what God has blessed me with, because this has been a real blessing. This car was actually, my ex-wife, her uncle helped us buy this car. And I really appreciate him for what he did for us, because he did state Ford is a very good car. The Ford Focus, he was saying at the time that he had one, and I forget how old it was at the time, but he had one, and he would recommend it. It's a good car, blah, blah, blah. So this is what we have, and, well, I have now, and it's been great, and I thank God for it. My plan is to run this until the wheels fall off. And I guess since I just replaced some wheels, I need to run this until, I don't want to see the engine go out, because, what if it just go out while I'm on the expressway, right? But bottom line is I'm trying to follow the Dave Ramsey plan, and there's no immediate need for me to go buy a new to me car, right? All the issues that I have with this are minor issues. I have to replace a fuse every once in a while, so I do that, right? I have a leak in the power steering, and it's going to cost about $500 for me to have someone else to actually get in there. But the only issue that is there is a gasket about that big. And I want to say the gasket itself costs about $2. And I don't want to spend $500 to replace a $2 gasket. So I guess I got to get in there myself, but I don't like dealing with the fluids and stuff, But man, yeah, overall, this has been a good car. I have had 2 babies and he wasn't taller at the time, but 2 babies and a kid in the car. So at the time, he was about 4 or 5 years old, I think. Actually, no, let's bring it up. He was about, I'll say 6 years old. So that was the kid, and then we had like a newborn and a toddler-ish girl. 3 car seats in the back. And I know that most folks say, well, hey, I've got a 2-year-old and now I got a 6-month-old. I need a bigger car. You don't. This works out just fine. You're putting no extra stress on you, right? Don't get a bigger car. You don't need a bigger car. Maybe later when they get bigger, yeah, that makes sense. But not when they're babies. You don't need a big car. You don't, right? So anyway, this is my Dave Ramsey car. This is my beans and rice and beans car. I want to get a window decal on the back window. Oh, I should do that. And it'll say 300,000 miles plus. Beans and rice and beans. Hashtag 7 baby steps, right? I should do that, man. I think I will do that. Anyway, so yeah, I thank God for this. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it when it went past the mark, but it is what it is. I'm thankful for this car. Overall, this car works. It works. I mean, I have no justification to get rid of it and get something else. Now, I will say, because I do travel a lot for work, it does suck to get into like a 2025 Toyota Camry, which is what I just had, or the I think it was a 2023 or 2024 Jeep Wagoneer. Oh, that was nice. Ooh, that was nice. Or the Jeep Grand, what's that thing called? One of the big SUVs. I forget what it's called right now, but man, it sucks to go from those, the newer cars, to get into this right here. It sucks. It sucks, I gotta roll up the window, but the windows work. Windows work. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I had to change out the what was going on? Oh, my door stopped locking, and so I had to go in and then replace the part from the inside. Again, rockauto.com. So yeah, man, I thank God for this car, and I will run it out until I can't no more, and then we'll find something else, and then we'll go onto Facebook and find one of those Facebook groups where you can find a car for like less than $3,000, and it's a decent car. There's groups out there like that, in case you didn't know. Anyway, all right. Until next time, y'all be good. Bye.